Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Your favorite YouTubers may soon disappear. They may just give up, or they may be pushed out. And this is due to a series of changes in YouTube over the past 18 months. Let's take a look at it. And let's just take a look at it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
So why do I say that your favorite YouTubers may soon just be gone? Really simple. And we're going to go into it. We're going to tell you the changes that are driving it. Then we're going to show you why it impacts you, the viewer, the member, and the creator. Along with, finally, we're going to show you how you can mitigate this. You, the viewer, can mitigate this to a certain degree. Over the past 18 months, well, actually, it even goes before that. YouTube experienced explosive growth during pandemic, and you can't blame anybody. I mean, if you had an opportunity to make money from home, you would. Why wouldn't you? Now, YouTube consists of many different types of people. You have viewers that are not subscribers. You have subscribers who stay very interested in your topics, and their way of showing that is to watch your videos. And then you have creators, people that actually make the videos. All of these people are going to be impact or going to have a significant impact in the near future. The biggest impact, amongst other things, well, you know what? Before we even go into that, let's set that stage for why we see it. While we weren't doing YouTube during the pandemic, we did not, and we don't do YouTube to generate income. For us, YouTube is a hobby. But at some point you look at it and you say, is it worth the time and effort that I put into it? Now, there are multiple ways that you make money on YouTube, but the vast majority of people, their method is through ads, although there are others. Now, and you know what? I'm going to say this in advance. There are always exceptions to every rule. Okay? There are people that are in niche markets. There are people that have 8 to 10 years worth of subscribers that are incredibly faithful. But that being said, the main way that it happens, at least in the beginnings, are through AdSense, which is the product that Google uses to pay. So what happens when you alter that? Anybody that's been in YouTube for any length of time, you can go do a YouTube search and look at all the videos that talk about how monetization is dropped rapidly, or actually how the CPM has dropped. In other words, how much you're getting paid per 1,000 views has dropped radically. We see people that have dropped between 30 and 70% of what they used to get per 1,000 views. Why is this happening? Well, it's happening for a couple reasons. First off, Google wants to make money. storing all of this and serving it out costs money. Storage, servers, bandwidth, IT, none of that's cheap. They want to make money, so they put ads out. And with those ads, the problem that happens is how much that advertiser is paying. And Google wants those advertisers, and the amount of money that is being paid is dropping rapidly. And the amount of money that the advertisers is paying and bidding, if you understand the Google Ads process, they actually bid, okay, is dropping. Now, I thought it was interesting when I started putting this together, but I also have been watching something very closely. In August of 2022, almost a year now, Google rolled out and is still continuing to roll out, beta test, a new product called Promotions. Now, you've always theoretically been able to do this, but it was much more difficult to do it and not as finely tuned. And that is, you can actually get YouTube to promote your channel. In other words, that rollout ad at the beginning of somebody's video could be a promotion for your channel. But it was very difficult, and it's not cheap to do. August of last year, they rolled out into beta their promotion. So if you are a creator, if you go into the earn section of your YouTube studio, you're going to see a tab that says promotions at the top of the toolbar. I don't have it. I haven't gotten it yet. It's not been rolled out for people like me. Obviously, it may not even be rolled out for you. So you may not even be aware of it. So creators, you need to kind of pay attention to this too. You can now use YouTube to promote your video beyond and segregate it away from the algorithm. Now, we all know that those of us that are creators, the algorithms that YouTube uses are highly secretive, but they follow some general rules, and that's why you have SEO tracking and things like that, channel tags, video tags, descriptions, all of those things. But what if there's a way you could bypass all of that? That's what Promotions does. Promotions bypasses it and is totally separate from the algorithm. And YouTube is going to use it and is using it in beta to promote your video. You just have to pay. YouTube becomes pay to play. Now, look, we really don't have a pony in this race. We're a very small channel, just like a lot of other small channels. And if you're in a niche, then as long as that niche is valid, as long as it's interesting and it stays interesting and it captivates people continuously, well, you're going to continue to get views because they search in that niche and your video gets recommended if it's set up correctly. And YouTube has always said, we're not going to affect the algorithm. It's not going to have anything to do with the algorithm. We're not going to push this out of interfering with the algorithm. No, they're not. They're doing something totally different. And this means that you, the viewer, may not get access or even see new concepts, new people, new places, unless your search goes directly to it. So now, is this a good or bad thing? Oh, I don't think it's a good thing at all, to be honest with you. In fact, I don't think it's a good thing that they don't emphasize and make it easier for the search engine optimization to find your channel, because it's a convoluted and messy situation. I understand it's tough, okay? And I don't know everything about it, but I do. All of that being said, now you can bypass that if you've got the money. And we've all seen historically what's happening in YouTube. The guys that are getting, with some exceptions, don't get me wrong, but the guys that are getting hundreds of thousands of views and millions of views on long form content, okay, they're putting a lot of money into their content and to teams to build that content. Things that small YouTubers can't do or aren't willing to do. But maybe you can buy your way into it. And that's what YouTube is doing. It's going to generate revenue for YouTube. You know, I think you should understand, what do creators actually get out of YouTube? Okay? YouTube, the creators get 55% of the ad revenue pre-tax on their videos. So whatever their video earns in ad revenue, YouTube takes 45%. When you're in chat, in live chat, or anything else, 30% YouTube gets for stickers and super chats and things like that. Memberships, channel memberships, YouTube gets 30%. YouTube loves it when you do channel memberships because it's a monthly revenue source for them. Helps them plan their monthly budget when they know how much money is coming in. Another sign of all of this is the new monetization thresholds. YouTube has now made it possible for smaller channels, less than, you have to have 500 subscribers, I think it is, and some other requirements, to become partially monetized. Why did they do that? Because they've made the algorithms so difficult, and they have in turn made it very hard for you to get pushed to other viewers to see your product, that little channels just give up. I mean, you can find them all the time. A channel that's got 400 videos and hasn't posted a video in 2 years. They gave up. And YouTube doesn't care because there's a million new creators all the time. What is it? You know what? First off, we'd like to hear your comments about a couple of different things. The first one is as a viewer, how do you feel about it? Does it impact you at all that the ads that come to you may not be relevant at all? Okay. The second thing that we'd like to know is, you as a creator, how do you feel? And I'm not saying anything negative about large channels. There are great large channels and there are great small channels. You know, we've always said you should watch everything because there's always a shred of information in there that you could use. We'd like to know that. Now, with that being said, we're going to tell you how you can help them. And that is through services like Patreon, and here's what we use, Buy Me a Coffee. Their fees are significantly less, and YouTube doesn't get a cut of it. They're easy. They're made easy to transact. You know, Patreon and when you want to continue to watch smaller channels, when it's important to you that you support these people that put forth the effort and bring out the information and show you things that you want to see, they could use some support. Even people like us. For us, this is a huge hobby, but nowhere does it come close to paying for the equipment invested in it. Nowhere does it come close to paying for the time and effort. It's a personal endeavor, all right? For many YouTubers, many creators do and create videos because they enjoy it. And they enjoy the sense of family, of dialogue and communication with their members. You need to support them. I used to consider it, e-begging, but I don't anymore because, quite frankly, we'd be creating these either way, and it's not money that we need to live off of. But certainly we would appreciate it because it shows that we're being appreciated. Finally, what we would do is ask you the following. Number one, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Number two, push this out there. Hit that thumbs up. We need more creators to be vocal and tell us what they think about it. And we need more viewers to do the same thing. And the only way we do that is by you getting it out there. And that's by pushing that thumbs up. Otherwise, we'd love to tell you to have a great day and take care.